What's up, NFL fans? I'm Emory Hunt, the czar of the playbook, and don't forget to check out and purchase your copy of our latest football game plan book, Stiff Arming Football Myths. We have these available in both PDF and paperback form. Welcome to footballgameplan.com, where football makes sense. I'm Emory Hunt, the czar of the playbook, and welcome to another edition of Game Plan. We're going to hit the whiteboard to give you some X's and O's strategies on what the teams can do this week to come away victorious. Here's one way the Miami Dolphins can take advantage of an over-aggressive defensive front in the Denver Broncos by having two plays packaged together inside of one play. I'm going to show you what we're talking about here. What we're trying to do is run strong side with the two backside linemen, the guard and the tackle, pulling, trying to influence this defensive end. We're going to read off this defensive end, and if he continues to crash down after we run this play constantly, we're going to open up the quick screen to the receiver on the outside. So what we're doing, again, we're going to have this guy base block this defensive tackle. Back play side tackle is going to work up and get the backer blocked. Center's job, again, is to block down to help get this defensive tackle blocked, and we're pulling the backside guard. His job is to kick out that defensive end, and we're leading the backside tackle around and hopefully getting this backer. Now, because we're running the zone right here with the tailback. So if this guy crashes down in the chase position to chase down this run play, what we're doing is having Ryan Tannehill pull and throw the ball right here to hopefully Mike Wallace on the quick screen or Jarvis Landry, and they can get up and make one miss. If this guy doesn't pull and he kind of sits at the line of scrimmage, reading the zone read or the quick screen, then you hand the football off to the tailback, who has two lead blockers going around front side. So that's one way they could have two plays packaged in one, which puts the defensive end, the backside defensive end, in a bind. And that way they can either run the counter or the lead or the zone or even the quick screen to Landry or Wallace, and hopefully popping for a big gain against this Broncos defense. This week versus the Miami Dolphins, the Denver Broncos know that Miami will love to spread the field and try to attack the individual matchups, but where the Broncos have an advantage, they have the personnel to match up versus these wide receivers of the Dolphins. And I'm going to show you how they can go to a dime defense and still play cover one, but also rob the middle of the field. Show you what we're talking about here. We know the Dolphins love to go spread. You see what we have drawn up, spread set, and what we're trying to do is rob the slot receiver. So we're going to have everyone else play the inside shoulder of their man. Inside shoulder, or sorry, outside shoulder on this side, inside shoulder on this side, trying to funnel everyone down the side where you have help. Cornerback has the sideline as his friend. Free safety is going to drop back in the middle of the field. Pre-snap, it looks like cover two man, but it's really cover one robber, because we're going to rob this area right here. We're asking the nickelback in the slot. We're trying to dictate where Ryan Tannehill will go with the football. So we're going to have him play the outside shoulder of the receiver, trying to influence him to go inside. Because again, what they'll do, if they see man coverage or what looks to be man coverage, they're going to send the back out in the route, try to pull this linebacker and create a space for the quick slant. And that means this backer goes here, and they're going to go right here with the quick slant. But we're robbing that area because we invited the pressure. We invited this guy to go inside where we want him to go, dictating coverage. And that's how you play cover one robber. Manned up on the outside, trusting your personnel to hold their receivers at bay and force them to go outside to where the sideline is. Have the backer follow the running back wherever he wants to go. Even if he stays in and blocks, send him as a dog blitzer. That way you have five guys getting pressure, and you force Ryan Tannehill to get rid of the football quickly, dictating where he goes to hopefully picking the ball off. And that's one way this week versus Miami, the Broncos can cover the spread.
The biggest X factor for the Dolphins in this ball game will be their ability to get those chunk plays. They do have playmakers to get the job done. You look at Lamar Miller, the tailback, Mike Wallace, a big play wide receiver, also Jarvis Landry, the rookie out of LSU. I think those three guys have the ability to generate those big chunk plays that could put sevens on the board instead of threes versus this Broncos defense. The biggest X factor for the Broncos in this ball game will be their ability to play great perimeter defense. The Miami Dolphins do a great job of stressing your perimeter defense. They want to get to the outside, so that means the defensive ends have to be able to set the edge versus the run. They also have to play contain versus Ryan Tannehill. The corners have to be involved in a running game and also have to come up and make plays one-on-one in space. If they can play great perimeter defense, it bodes well for their chances of knocking off Miami. I like the Broncos in this ball game. I do believe the Dolphins have the defense to give the Broncos fits, but I feel that ultimately the Broncos' defensive line will be an issue for the Fins up front, which will limit their ability to sustain drives. And I like Denver in a close, low-scoring game over Miami. And I also want to give a huge shout out to Dolphin fan forums and Bronco fan forums for always showing football game plan support.